on the heater, it's not going to be forZe. They looked really poor towards the end. So there's that aspect of momentum's in that camp. But I think for forZe, they just need to breathe a bit. First map was so dominant. They front run it so hard. They won so many duels. They made it look unbelievably easy. So I think for them, take a breather, use those pauses. We didn't see many on Nuke, to be honest. And surely they can still get this over the line. Surely forZe does not go out in the lower bracket to a team as in flux as K23 right now.
Surely. Especially if Problem gets stabbed in the back. Welcome to the team, new guy. A little friendly hazing. He's got the kit and 2 flashes as well, so I really hope he doesn't die before he gets to use any of those. xsepower has been dinked. This is really not a good start for K23, but at least they haven't lost a body just yet. And, well, they've got the stack on the right side. It's over towards A. Clax. Wow, Clax was claxing over on Nuke. Claxing cheeks, one might say. He's looking to do much the same. X5 will take 2. It's a 2v4 now. A reminder, 2 of these players are so low. Oh, Jerry. All right, can Jerry capitalize on the damage his teammates have done? He's found the only high HP player. Glock buddy shots will be enough from now on out. They're not going to give them to him, and Jerry's not going to connect a single remaining shot. So a defuse on, and K23 going to take the round.
Massive pistol, and X5, the hero of that one. 2 fast headshots to open up the retake, make it difficult for forZe. Bomb is planted, though, so an opportunity here for an investment behind it. I think we've yet to see a bomb planted on pistol thus far, so this is untested water. And they're going to go for the force. Couple Galil scout in the mix. forZe want to reset K23 immediately.
They're good at it frequently. Zorte with a scout. Whoa, we saw some nutty scout plays yesterday on D2. There's power on the other side of it. KENSI clearing out tunnels. Ooh, there's first engagement. It may be the temptation to hunt this scout, right? But look, Raijin's just around the corner. Raijin, what can he do? Are they going to test him?
Just going to bide their time. Why rush it? CT side's never going to have a lot of utility, to just slow the round down. Scout peeks mid from xsepower, but doesn't connect. So information in that sense given away. But maybe they won't expect another player close to the door. As Raijin tucked in, and Zorte wins the scout, removes the scout. KENSI dinked up, but still gets the kill. 5 on 3, and they know it's solo B, and they're moving quickly in that direction.
Or are they? They were. Now they are. And it works out. They don't even get dropped either. Shalfey limping along. Yes, 2 players are tagged up, but at this point, this could be a save. It is the 2 most valuable guns. So maybe K23 can at least keep these M4A1 Hesses available into the next, but that is an immediate reset. And if they lose either of these guns, that's going to be such a tough pill to swallow. But for forZe, wouldn't it be nice to just keep all 5 up?
It would. A couple of low HP, actually, on shalfey and KENSI. They're the ones nearest clax, so I don't think they've got any interest in clearing, so K23 should hold on to these 2. But great entries, Zorte's in particular. Pivotal frag, and from there, it was fairly easy to call out the round. So forZe hit right back, and now it's K23 in a terrible economic position.
Full invest. Clax ace on deck. Just calling my shot right now. Oh, they're coming towards him too. It's going to be a fight for long. Here's the rifles committed in. They're going to try for it. It's an engagement. X5's gotten in towards the pit. Clax is here as well. So far, no shots really connecting. Let's go for the reload, but they have got the player in pit. That's what they were looking for, and that nade is honky. Now it's going to be a bit of violence here. A smoke to isolate the pit fight. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to set off the player, but Clax wants it. And, well, it's not going to be the ace for clax for sure. And X5 may not be long for this world. He's not. xsepower does keep the numbers in whack, but he will not be able to escape. And now with pit control and only pistols on the other side, this one becomes tough for K23.
Well stabilized. That was 4 in defense. So not too shabby to retain a man advantage. Raijin's a little bit nervous as short. The problem soon enough will call out. That is not a risk as Raijin seeks the duel. Norwi still facing. One deagle headshot and this round cracks open as the two players creep up the inside. Problem is here, so work left to do and deagle headshots to find.
Ooh, there's a dig headshot. He did find it. They may not expect problem up close enough. They've seen the player Gandalf. Oh my goodness, they may not need him at all. It's all Raijin. It's all Raijin to this point. KENSI needs to keep this in whack. 20 seconds. So little time to work with. And again, he still has no idea that problem's close. Oh no. Oh no, they're activated. They're into the fray. Now he knows where the last is. He knows he's Gandalf, but he's got to force this bomb. He's trying to bait them out. He's got the kill. KENSI, cool as a cucumber, brings that one through.
That was an emotional roller coaster. Raijin, those were crispy headshots. He couldn't have done anything more to win K23 that round. They'll be gutted to not win in the 2v1. I'm not sure, Mike. I think there might have been a miscommunication in terms of double peeking when the bomb was tapped. That was not ideal at the end. Well played by the remaining forZe player, but I just think K23 maybe should have won that in the 2-on-1.
Mayhaps. Indeed. 23 will lose the initial pick here. The attempted hero of the last round gone. Right off the ripperoni. Seems like we're gonna get a triple push in towards tunnels. This could actually get kind of interesting if nobody's watching the push towards lower. But they could also just get around the corner of Catwalk and make this completely boring. Unless X5 has something to say about that, that could slow this up. Okay. All right. We got something brewing here. We got something brewing. The question is, can Norwi just shut it down in mid? He's got the responsibility for it. And timing may not be his friend, but there we go. There's the spot on 1, 2, make it 3. Well executed for Norwi. Nice round for forZe to actually keep it relatively clean.
Yeah, 4 alive. Much improved. Totally different story to Nuke, where those rounds were so problematic. They had a couple against the pistols, but they didn't go well. Nevertheless, back on the guns, xsepower, hero of Nuke, on the AWP. He'll need to have a stellar performance to win on Dust2. This is a much more practice ground for forZe, despite it being the 3rd map of the series. xsepower peeks up on the church. Of course, they're going to face each other, legged, or maybe rather tagged through the door. Zorte taken low. Advantage forZe. That kill goes the way of shalfey. 2nd player on the site, Raijin, head removed. B-bomb site secured, and I think K23 have to save already.
That one certainly confirms it. Question is, will they be allowed to? xsepower looking to secure that flank. If he can get this kill, he can't, so that's an irrelevant question of what he could do if he had it. X5, the last survivor.
Bomb has been planted.
Just one A1S clutched in his grip. A single HE. Armor. No helmet. Desperate few. Just a pittance for X5. Spare a thought for your Steam Authenticator code. Spare a thought. Oh, that... you know what? As much as that was a transfer, I think that was a little blessing from RN Jesus, who has brought him through salvation here. Giving him a chance to get that AK upgrade and save it into the next round.
Still being chased. Norwi should get close. Peeks the corner, nade in hand.
Oh, he's been
X5 hits the deck. And that was one of those rounds, Mike, where for all of the strategy, all of the intricacies of Counter-Strike, sometimes you just shoot everybody in the head. And you win the round.
Remember,
That's what
folks,
happened.
every strat works if you just click heads.
I'm waiting for your coaching career to kick off.
I mean, NA needs me.
I think EG.
I
surely EG needs some more support stuff.
I'm just looking at EG going, I can fix her. I can fix her. Oh, B's open. B is wide open. Who's gonna step through that threshold and realize what they found?
Hey, the thing is, Mike, you can also speak French, can't you?
I can speak French. You want me to go fix
You can
Vitality?
tell if you're being ratted on.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I think they got rid of all the French in EG. They purged it. I'll just have to not invite any of the players to Starbucks in French. This could actually be bad. Everybody's hearing towards mid. KENSI could give a gun up, but no, they're going to pull the trigger a little bit early. And yes, they do get one kill, but what could have been? What could have been if you're just patient? They're about to step in the mousetrap. Let them stub their toes.
Easy. 4 alive again. And money's starting to get a little bit out of control. K23 have to find some traction on these gun rounds. And it's been xsepower who has just got nothing done thus far. Double AWPs in play. They're both looking at mid, so I suspect a double mid peak is on the cards. And they need to get some value out of these AWPs. Such a heavy investment, and thus far, they haven't had results.
Raijin secondary opping. Interesting. Both ops are in mid. Often you see the secondary op, you know, anchored down to position. They're both focused up mid. Kind of a curious one. X5 nearly gets the kill there. The nade might finish it. Yeah, Jerry is out of play. The fortunate zorte wasn't close as well. So now the health is actually looking quite abysmal here for forZe. But clax just ticked that Molotov. KENSI can't quite punish, but he does push them off the angle. Players towards this side of the map. forZe is still very spread. Alan, where do they actually take this?
Well, they're getting short. Actually get blocked in the end by the nades of X5. They're going to sit behind that, so for the moment, just bide your time. K23 in the meantime, though, retake long, re-establish a stronger setup on A. Open xsepower soon to be posted up on car. So a cat execute here is going to be terribly difficult. They don't know if the mid B is the way to go. Bit of a fake. Maybe that could pull a player. But X5's committed goose. And it looks like the right call at the moment. Shalfey probing mid, sees nothing. The long flank, because they expect a mid B. Still 2 in defense still on A, but a 4 and 4.
Did it come barreling in? What can X5 do? Nothing. Good damage, though. Something, but now losing xsepower out towards long, this one should turn into a save. So it was looking like a decent fight, just disintegrates in the blink of an eye. And with it does K23's chances at round 7. Instead, it'll be 6 on the board for forZe. And K23, once again, economically pushed to the brink. Kind of feeling like Mirage, eh?
The long push, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, to the average viewer, I guarantee you that looked like clax's mistake. Pushing long, too aggressive, didn't have the information. The mistake there was X5 committing goose. He didn't need to. He should have played in CT. They were too scared of the mid-B split, and clax said, we could be getting split 4 and 2 on the B bomb site. I've got to do something. And he makes the wrong call. That's because they never had the information. So, clax, it looked like his mistake, but it wasn't. He did everything right.
All right. I like it. That's a lot layers of Counter-Strike here. Casual fan looks at the numbers, goes X5 many kills, clax 1 kill, X5 better. Alan says no. Clax, genius. To be fair, he was a stud on
I'm not going
Nuke
to say
well.
genius, but it wasn't a mistake.
Genius. Go for the hyperbole, Alan. You're in broadcast now.
1 and 6, Mike. He's 1 and 6.
Be dramatic about your statements. Yeah, but I mean, we call Kerrigan a genius, and he's frequently 1 and 6 as well. So, genius.
All right. clax, genius.
Yeah, double down. Double down.
Double down.
Now you just have to make it your Twitter identity for like 6 months.
clax is better than Rez.
Yes, exactly. You got where I was going with this. Oh, boy. Oh, fast play out long. We got an engagement here, and clax is a genius right now. X5 sacrifice, but he's got to keep himself alive for the 3000 IQ clax. Shalfey has gotten him catwalk, though this could be bad. They're not looking for it. They're not looking for it. They're not looking for it. And there's a freebie. All right, and this round is looking a little rough. Smoke's going to go on through. Molotovs as well. There's little they can do to contest the site now with the bomb going down. This is probably going to turn into a save. Again, this kind of stinks for a K23, but there is no logic towards trying this. It's such a low percentage play to attempt that retake with the positioning they had.
Yes, indeed. Have to save. No choice here. forZe up to 7. This is Rings of Mirage. What happened on Nuke, man, honestly? And it's T-side as well, where forZe are looking good. They're just playing solid CS, playing off each other. Whatever happened on Nuke seems to be the outlier at the moment. As forZe are picking up where Mirage left off. They are formidable here. There's so much cash in the bank. They can throw numbers to even deny these saves if they want to. They choose not to do so, but forZe are so far ahead. And Norwi's got 16k in the bank. That's everything you need to know.
Nothing like an old 16k bank. Break out the M249. Be bold. That's my personal favorite thing to do when you're just absolutely stomping on somebody in a M249 buy.
I don't know. Especially with the euro exchange rate, that 16k is very valuable now.
Yeah, $1,600, $16,000. It's just 16,000 euros straight up. It's
not so much
power,
fun for me.
Dude, I was so excited thinking about the fact that the dollar now has purchasing power on the euro until I remembered that we usually do our event work in either Sweden or Poland, neither of which use the euro.
That is true. You can get very favorable exchange rates. Not that we should be having this conversation now. You can change to Swedish krona pretty easily. Come to Cyprus, Mike.
I'll come to Cyprus. Come to Cyprus.
Be worthless money anyway soon, so we have to use it now.
Oh no.
Let's all go jet skiing.
No. All right, back on track here. Clax is on track. All right, there we go. Drag them onto the track. The genius of clax. Making it happen. They've taken this long control. And now forZe on the back foot for the first time in a long time. They're not used to this. What's happened here? We didn't just kill everybody. Is that allowed? They're allowed to shoot back. Oh, zorte. Oh. Oh. What's he doing? That's a little bold, zorte. That's a little too bold. Now flashbang out catwalk. That's dead. I don't know what's this. This is the classic forZe. All right, we've been winning too much. Let's just collapse around. Everybody do something. It feels like we've had a fair few of these. But that's what happens. And it's kind of a problem. Look, they were in a bad position to win from the moment they lose 2 on the first phase. That's fine. But the K23 economy could have taken so much more of a hit there instead of just losing 1 player. Instead, they have 3 players make incredibly individual plays just trying to chase something, and none of them work.
All right. Okay. I'm feeling it. The comeback. It's happening. You watch. Mid-aggression. xsepower. No fear. Peak suicide. That's what I'm talking about. xsepower wants this to go the distance.
He's ready for it. I mean, again, you got to imagine there's a little bit of a grudge match factor for xsepower when he's playing his whole team. I know it's been a while, but it's still there. Doesn't matter how long it's been. You still want to show up your ex.
Hard, Mike, I'm sure.
Yeah. I mean, you know, even if it's all amicable now, you always want to look good in front of your ex. Of course. Got to make them see what they lost. See what they're missing out on. Oh, here comes catwalk play. KENSI, that's a big one. That keeps this round in whack. Yes, he loses a lot of health, but it puts tons of pressure on xsepower. Got support out towards long, but if he drops, there's very little that forZe can do, or that K23 can do, rather, to prevent this bomb from going down. Wait, the ramp peak, the ramp shack, he's got it. There's the shot. Not the punish, though. Had the information. Now the utility's coming in thick and fast. They've even got a player in towards the elevator, and shalfey forgets that there's a player ramp. He was fighting from 2 fronts. The position did not do him any favors. The bomb player is not in the right spot. You would like their roles to be reversed here, so instead KENSI has to fight forward, and now zorte, what is he even going to do?
It's going B, bro.
I mean, it's open. Get this mid kill. He's got a B plant. They won't do that.
Unlucky.
Do you think that's a situation where they got confused about who had the bomb?
Potentially, but it's on the dead players to call that. So, a little surprising. Timeout comes in, so maybe you're in the right vicinity. Communication has been a little bit bizarre during the series overall. So maybe they're taking a moment just to discuss and get on the same page. Probably a welcome timeout for both teams as K23 still need to make some more adjustments to really pick up the CT side. xsepower. He's had a nice couple rounds in a row. We want to see a little bit more. We're still nowhere near the territory we had on Nuke. And again, he's sticking it to his exes. He wants to get really aggressive and show them what's up.
All right. Time to strut your stuff, Xe. I mean, look, they call him Sexy Power for a reason.
They do. But still, he was dumped.
He was still
That's the
dumped.
truth.
Doesn't matter how hot your opera is. Somewhere out there, there's an in-game leader tired of dealing with their shit.
No, it's more like do you remember the Game of Thrones Cersei quote? Where she was told by Maggie the Frog that along will come someone younger and more beautiful than you. And that's what happened to Zorte. They saw him in the club. He was popping off. He's younger. He's got more potential. And they jumped ship.
They just saw the way he swung that thing.
Oh, yeah.
That thing being the
That
big
big
green. See if he can swing that thing in this round. Oh, no, he cannot! Oh, age over beauty in this one. And xsepower is going forward. He wants to assert his advantage here, and they are wary of it. But players in lower, he's got to be careful of the timing, especially going to that lower fight. Not taking advantage of the Molotov to bail out. He's going to commit. He's going to commit. No commitment issues here on Xe. Oh, my goodness, with the P250, it all works out, and he looks so very good in this one. He's hot to trot, and he's going to continue on in towards the tunnel. So now Jerry just trying to recover, trying to find something, anything, and he will. Can he find the next? No. No, he cannot. A shot, a blast from the past in xsepower. And that's his third kill of the round, and with it, the round is just about done. Norwi might even just think about saving. This up is valuable. There's still a minute, so it's a long save required. What is he even really going to hope to do here to create an opportunity?
As you say, he's just going to save, and they know the AWP's in play, so no facing. Going to creep up catwalk. Soon to be swung. Raijin's peeking his way out. Barrel is spotted. Norwi hits the deck. And breaking script, Mike, I want to know.
Okay.
Was that line about xsepower saying they don't have commitment issues with him anymore? Was that intentional?
In what way?
You said something along the lines of there's no issues with commitment this time with xsepower.
Yeah. I mean, that was that. Yes,
Genius.
I meant that. I meant that line. It was very spur of the moment, but yes.
It was brilliant.
Thank you. I'll take my little. I'll pat myself on the back for you. This is the cross Atlantic pat.
Even further than that now.
Cross Atlantic and Mediterranean.
Yeah.
It's still cross the
Maybe.
Atlantic. It's just cross the Atlantic and then just a bit further.
A little bit.
A family friend recently sailed his boat from the U.S., from the Chesapeake Bay to the North Sea.
Okay.
I think he's in the North Sea now. I heard last time he was in the Azores. He sailed to the Azores, and then he sailed from the Azores up, and then I think he went up the channel into the North Sea. So that's pretty sick. Could do that. Go into the Med. Go sailing in the Med for a while.
To show up for it.
That's the trick, right?
Boat cast.
Yeah. I mean, you know, with like Starlink and whatnot, if they ever get to a level where it's actually reliable internet, that's the move. Just move onto a sailboat, have your setup on the sailboat. Carries its own form of risk for a PC, but I can make it work. Still sailing in. X5 gonna be smooth sailing on through, but no, he's hit the rocks. He's hit a shoal, and this bomb is likely going down in an even number situation. This B bomb site is a nightmare to retake. There is a lot of util here, though, for K23. There's a molly, there's a smoke, there's a couple flashes, there's a couple HEs, so they may risk it. They may chance it. The problem is, look at the positioning. With them being back in towards tunnels, could be tougher to get through that choke point. Raijin's gonna take a little poke poo, a little peeky poo in, see if he can't get a kill. The time's already short. Here's the play, here's the contact, here's the check. They haven't seen zorte just yet. He's right here. He's right here. Oh no, it's all falling apart. It's all into shalfey. Shalfey, though, is doing just enough. That bomb is too far gone, and shalfey will take all the kills.
Young Gun's coming good, but it's shalfey that reigns supreme. What a performance as forZe looks set to crumble in that afterplan. He bails them out and then some. Clawing their way up to 8. They're still cash in the bank, and it's K23 commit to this double AWP setup. But shalfey, a player that was not on a lot of people's radar a year ago, and he's been a phenomenal pickup for this forZe squad. Lower push comes out from Raijin. Second warp. That is xsepower goes up mid. Swiftly traded. Norwi still out towards blue. Decapitates X5. Aggressive start for forZe, and they've got so much control.
This would be nice as well. Tackling on a 9th round. Huge shalfey. Might have just confirmed it. Might have just confirmed it. He's really coming into his own on this map. 13 kills for him. Great on some of these entries, making it happen. Obviously, clutch in the last. They're going to contest. They're going to try and fight for this. It is coming late in the round. Jerry's been checked, but at the cost of half of Raijin's health. And the bomb has still made its way over. Ooh, that was the spot. Or we could have perhaps had a shot on the arm, but instead he'll get the plant confirmed. shalfey will not be coming along for the ride. The trick here is just don't overplay your hands, zorte. Because Raijin's coming around on the flank. And they're not expecting this. He's going to come back to check. No, he's not going to search the timing. There it comes around, but Raijin's here in time. That's all on Norwi now, who has given them the slip. Who's playing around these boxes nicely, knowing that he just has to buy time. He just has to buy clock. Precious few seconds. He just needs 1 or 2 more. Problem. Out of play. 1 more to find. And he can't do it, but he's done enough. I don't think there's time. Is there time, Alan?
I think there's time. I think there's time.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
Just in the neck.
Balls upon Raijin again. As these rounds are going down to the wire, but they've blunted the economy so much of forZe.
To be fair,
Surely.
it's not good for K23, is it?
No, neither team of any economy, but for the first time in this half, I think forZe are ecoing. Hero AK goes on to Norwi. So for K23, what was that? Is it 6-0, 7-0 start for forZe?
Yeah.
This is already pretty mighty recovery.
Does feel this is like the one instance where I almost wish the team would force buy. Because if you convert the force buy, I feel like 10-5 is just about secured. But nope, they're going to play a little bit more conservative in this one. Norwi with the rifle. Try and make things happen. Smoke's on, creating a little channel to come in towards the B site, but K23's got heavy numbers on in here, so it's going to be a very tough nut to crack, and that's the first answer back from xsepower. X5 in nice position to line all of these up. He only gets 1, but there's problem. So now what do you do if you're Norwi? You got the rifle, but you've got no chance at the round. 8-6. One more round before we hit the half. And yes, the recovery is on, but still a lead for forZe, whichever way you slice it. The question is, can they tack on one more?
Buy isn't ideal, though, is it?
No.
Couple Galils. Util's okay, but not all the bells and whistles. So a good chance now for K23 to mount an even better recovery. xsepower, it feels like, has come alive a lot more in the last few gun rounds. And the mid aggression has been amped up and up and up. Mid smoke, a little bit off for K23. Doesn't allow the under push. They're going to see that instead. xsepower will just play over the smoke. Peeking palm tree, almost peaked. Flash comes in as Jerry swings. As xsepower remains a threat here towards mid.
Tag on, flashbang over. No aggression behind it. Catwalk control has been secured. There's counter smoke out from the CT side. I want to slow this down. There's a ton of utility here for K23, so they can string them along. If the hit does indeed come through, xsepower eating that flash. That might slow things up. Nice nade. But where comes the execution? Where does push come to shove? Raijin first point of contact, X5 back in deuce. And here's the carpet being laid out, but a counter Molotov will ruin that particular plan. No chance to tread that carpet, no chance to walk along it. Instead, now they're all bundled up, and this is getting a little disjointed for forZe. They had been rebuffed over 25 seconds. They gotta go now. 1-for-1 on X5, but Raijin's still here. That op starts to collect. 20 seconds, they need to get on. Shalfey's not even with them. They will get the bomb plant down, but the numbers are far from ideal. Shalfey's going to try and go around in towards long to get this flank. That would be huge if he can do it in time, but that's a big if. They got to go. They got to go now. And he has now found the flank. Oh, a huge kill from Jerry as well to slow things up. Now it's all just onto xsepower, and he's out of position. He's out of time. He's got to make some heroics happen, and they're giving him no fight. They're not giving him an inch. There's the check. Now they know he's up the ramp. All playing for the catwalk player. This is the kill to get. If he finds it, maybe he can string through a defuse, but no, it will be 9 at the half for forZe.
First time that we met not long ago, before you had to get back on the road, we spend every second of the day together. I remember when we talked till 3 a.m. driving around in town in your old van, tell stories about who we used to be. I still feel your touch though you're not here. Since you've been gone, you're all I see. Still hear your voice, why don't we speak? I'm running circles. Since you're in my life, I can get no sleep. If you give me a sign, I'll be yours to keep. Just wanna say you're mine and make history. Cause I've been playing blind, wasting all this time, yet I need clarity. Give me some clarity. Yeah, I need clarity. Waiting for your call all night and day. Where did we go wrong? Don't wanna wait until you're just a distant memory. I still feel your touch though you're not here. Since you've been gone, you're all I see. Still hear your voice, why don't we speak? I'm running circles. Since you're in my life, I can get no sleep. If you give me a sign, I'll be yours to keep. Just wanna say you're mine and make history. Cause I've been playing
Well, one way or another, Alan, it all ends here. One of these teams will be moving on. One of these teams will be eliminated in the ESL Challenger Melbourne Qualifier. Melbourne.
Yeah, I think you need to work on these accents.
Melbourne. I think that's how you say it. Melbourne.
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 Maybe.
G'day. KENSI's about to have a few folks saying g'day to him. Because he's stuck behind the car and he can't really get out. And now he's dead as a result.
It's the deck. K23.
Ooh.
The scoreline might look a little bit rough on the eyes, but this was a 1-7 start. So even getting the 6 on CT was quite the achievement. But this pistol, a conversion would go such a long way to evening up this game. Raijin comes in the tunnel. Shalfey peeks, instantly dinks. He falls back. Norwi just about gets in through the window. The jumping player too hard to connect with. Both behind big boxes. Norwi decides to fight. Cavalry is here coming through the doorway. Norwi executes clax. Headshots galore for forZe and K23. No luck on the pistols this time around. Different story to Nuke.
Yeah, I mean, this is a huge one now, right? I mean, it's kind of the same story to Nuke, though, isn't it, Alan? Because it was, except in reverse, it was a 9-6 half, right?
They've handed the script right over.
Yeah, and then K23 picks up the 10th. So, hey, doing it in reverse here. The difference was last time, K23 had found a 9 on their CT side, and then just needed to close things out on T with a few. This time, not so much. They've got to do it the hard way. They've got to do it in the attacking half, which is not exactly how the current meta bends. Not really. Look at this control from Jerry. He's already up mid. He's already up mid. Information gained, but it still means that Norwi is going to have to hang on. That nade, timely? Not so much, actually. A little bit shallow. And here comes the hit. Here comes the execution. Can they get a bomb plant out of it? Norwi doesn't have much interest in that. He's just going for the kills. And he's got 4. Can he get the ace? The USP to find it. Out of bullets. Having to go for the reload. Needs some teammates here. And it'll be zorte to at least keep his teammate alive. No ace for you, Norwi. But also no death.
I think he'll take it.
Yeah.
11. 2-6. Buy comes in. 4 alive will do a great deal of good to stave off a full reset. Should it transpire, but there's no orb. MP9, FAMAS. Might be a little bit tricky to play your standard CT side, so I wonder, forZe, are they going to mix it up? Look at this 5A start. That's wild.
It is pretty wild. Okay, what are we doing with it? We're going up mid? And I mean, K23 aren't going to test them on B, so it might as well work. There's X5. He does get 1, though. Lots of damage, and now you're up mid looking a little bit silly as the lower players come through. So a man down. forZe trying some mad scientist plays here, as we know they are wont to do, but it does leave them in a man disadvantage very early on into this round.
What do you do from here? You've given up long. You have no catwalk control. You're essentially praying that K23 B split, but it's not going to be the case. They're going to fly off catwalk, and Jerry does not have the right gun for the occasion. MP9 gets out of dodge, and I think they should just save him, man, as soon as he gets planted. This is going to be an impossible retake. Norwi hits the deck, and so does his gun. They desperately could have used that going into the following buy. zorte equally as to stay alive, and he gets out of there. Round for K23. And forZe, they've been cooking that one up behind the scenes, that setup. And it didn't work, but I'll be honest, I admire the size of the knackers on Jerry. He is a bold man.
He is a bold man. Go big or go home seems to be Jerry's life motto. Can you get one of these guns on catwalk? It'd be nice. Upgrade? 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 Upgrade!
There you go.
All right. So Jerry at least gets a chance to go shopping, and with those 2 saved guns, they're going to make it work in this one. They actually get an op up. That I wasn't sure about, but zorte's get just enough cash to make it happen and get a smoke bang. I went between smoke and flashbang. Smoke bang to boot. There we go. Just gonna lean in, Alan. I'm just gonna lean in.
Good. I hope so. zorte top spawn takes on long. Flash deters him for a second. K23 still going to pop this. Flashes at the ready. KENSI those anti-flash. They're braining over. zorte still connects it blind. KENSI was ready and waiting. The setup was perfect. It was just perfect. Shalfey push perhaps a little bit needless, but he still finds the frag. 5 on 2 now. This is disastrous for K23.
The one potential silver lining is if they can kill Norwi, they got to beat bomb plant. But that's a big if. Norwi's been really good. And here comes the play. Yep, he's got the first. That confirms it. Now the smokes and the utility as well confirms that the last player is Norwi. Doesn't even drop. Mid-air, he finds enough bullets in to get that round, to get that kill, to get forZe on to 12. The carpet has been laid out for them. The utility, the money has started to build up, and K23 are going to take their last timeout.
Norwi is so reliable for these anchor frags, isn't he? So many times on Dust2 CT as well as Mirage, he plays the B anchor on Mirage. They leave him alone. They play into mid. They lead into different places of the map. In that scenario, they should have been 2B, but even so, they still have the confidence to leave Norwi. And I haven't seen a round yet, Mike, where he hasn't failed to get 2, let alone 1. He has been a monster on these kind of 1-on-X anchor positions.
Yeah, he really has. I mean, it dates back to Mirage, right? He was such a rocket B. They could just leave him. Let's just leave him and go away and trust that if it actually came his way, he'd be fine. He continues to do so. Over 180 ADR at this point in the game. Quick long take, and this time there is not a force from forZe to meet them. Instead, again, shalfey tried to get up mid, and this time he's punished for it. There's only so many times you can get away with that play. So a man down. We saw forZe drop some bitter ecos in the past. This could be another one with the force spike coming through from K23 here, Alan.
It'd be quite the opportunity to get some traction back into this game. Under push. Norwi, this is a great position. They might have given up B, but it's quite the early warning system. They're actually going to shift in, so he doesn't hear the peek right out. Only spots the one.
Smoke's late.
Or they're going to chase. Flash comes through. Problem swings. He's going to fall, but the trade is there. zorte has made it to the site, though. And there's no flashes, Mike. They can't get him off. They're sprinting towards A instead.
This is going to be really interesting with the door fight, right? Jerry in position. KENSI potentially able to support. They're stalling out. K23 doesn't know which way to turn. They've got a hinge smoke. Never mind. They don't have a hinge smoke anymore.
It's work, though. Look at KENSI. KENSI's come off mid. It's just Jerry. You can see the jump up with the shadow.
Oh, no. That was midair.
A headshot.
Oh, for clax. He was jumping up and somehow finds the shot. Now that's going to be a bomb plant. This is disastrous. That may have even been hurt. xsepower's going to get this kill. That's the round. Zorte can even try this. I think he's going to try and focus on just dealing with xsepower and securing his ability to save the AWP. What a catastrophe. What a catastrophe for forZe. It looked like they had all the control, all the spacing, and just one kill goes away from them and it all falls apart. We've remarked on this on Mirage, on Nuke as well. There are so many times where forZe really puts the emphasis on one player winning their fight. And if they don't, it's disaster.
Right of those K23. That one smoke, the kind of the dribble smoke, the lurk smoke onto B, takes zorte out of the equation. He's shouting for help. If they don't do that and they go into the two-man mid setup, it's round over. So a nice little piece of understanding from K23, and it makes all the difference. And actually, looking at the cash, forZe, worse for wear, they're going to half buy at best. So K23, there's only 4 rounds in it. Only a couple of gun rounds. Come back. They're going to pull it off.
Perhaps. The dream is alive. The chance, the opportunity, the possibility. There's a lot more work that needs to be done, though. 4-man push into tunnels. Alright, let's get weird with it with the pistols. Raijin might be about to have his hands full. 1, 2, 3, 4. All done. No problem here from Raijin. Using every bullet in his magazine, he collects one after another. Well, I mean, this round was likely already done, even if he dies. But hey, had them stats, get that highlight clip, and show us that spray control. Why not?
They needed a clean round anyway. 5 sets to stay alive. Bit of money in reserve will aid them even further in this recovery campaign. As we're going to be looking at forZe going into these following gun rounds, these are going to be important. Should be an orphan zorte. Jerry, okay. That was a headshot and a half. I think we should pay attention. But here's the deck. So forZe, AWP will be in play. They could get a second if they want onto shalfey, and I suspect they probably will. Indeed, it comes through. So a bit of a change up. And it's not panic stations yet, but it'd be great for them if this change up did work out.
It certainly would. It certainly would, shalfey, with that secondary out. I will say the one thing that I really like about this is presumably with the op in hand, he's not going to run up mid. Oh, Norwi, tagged immediately. That stinks. Makes life a little bit more difficult for the erstwhile site anchor when he knows he's not healthy, so he'll get the op on over from shalfey. It will bog then that law. Zorte flashed off the angle. He has to drop. He's giving it up now. As Jerry in support, but that is Catwalk taking a lot of control. Tunnels, Catwalk, a player through the mid doors. There's a lot of spacing here for K23, though now they lost the tunnel presence.
Bomb is an issue. They just lost the only tunnels player. So
they gotta go back and get it.
They can get the bomb, but they're going to burn a lot of time clearing this now. And they might even be nervous the bomb is in control of the CT. So we can see on the minimap that it's not the end of the world. But K23 are definitely panicking right now.
Seconds. Ooh, that's a huge kill. That's a huge kill. That's a difference maker. Now they can funnel in quickly, but the smoke in will slow it up. Might allow rotation to come through. Just as I say that, KENSI as well is pushing through long, so that's a ton of info. The utility's being dumped to set this up, and Raijin gets caught with an 8 in hand. Jerry goes 1 for 1. shalfey needs to live. And he's put himself in a bit of a cheeky spot to try and make that happen, but the mid presence is gone. It's just going to be up to these two. If shalfey can succeed, no, he cannot. It's on to the retake. This bomb will likely be planted. The forZe have no interest in letting that happen. They're gonna go through. They're gonna go through. KENSI! What a play!
Take a breather after that one. KENSI, he's not at his best map so far, but absolutely sends it hearing the tap. Massive 2-on-2. And both teams, there's nothing in the bank. Both teams have no loss bonus. This is the round of the series. K23 can still claw this back. They can still break the catch and force a lot of ecos. But this round is everything. Long control, set to be taken. Early trade is found. Flashes though for both teams are dwindling. And Jerry, like a dangerous game. Shot through the smoke. Raijin collects the B rotator as well. It's fallen apart so fast here in this all-important round.
That it has. That it has. zorte, can he pull out some magic? It's been a little while since we've seen the real spice, the real flair here, and they could use it now. It's not going to happen. Overlooks Raijin, doesn't realize that he's just tucked up under the stairs, and instead that's the end of this round, just about. And the money is going to be in the toilet. Norwi looks like he even wants a little bit of a look back in, but this is ill-advised. There's little that he can be expected to do. Well, okay, a parting gift. Maybe just wants the AWP. That's indeed what he does, but pays the price for his greed.
Okay, then. Let's have a look at the money.
Bad.
1-9 loss bonus.
Yeah.
I think shalfey's already committed. It's going to be a force buy, Mike. It's going to be a force buy. They've gone to the casino, and it's all on red.
Big gamble here. And for K23, right, if they win this, we're looking like a tied game. We're looking at anyone's win, anyone's chance. xsepower actually gets tagged by the scout. I'm surprised he's still wanting to stick around for this fight. That's got to make you nervous. But they're going to take the long control, saying, okay, if the scout's here, it's probably not long. And they would be correct. Pressure onto KENSI. Cross smoke's available. If this D could rip ahead, that would be huge. Reinforcements potentially available. He's trying to slow them up at the least, but they're not really interested in that. Utilities there. That's good damage with the Deagle. Not quite the killing blow, but problem is so low. He's limping. The tag's coming through. KENSI's still alive. There's his first victim. Oh, KENSI is making it happen. He's kept it into a 3-on-3. Now the elevator boost. Could be massive. No, it's been spotted from Goose. shalfey has to give it up. Oh, one more kill could crack this wide open, but it's not coming their way. forZe have been rebuffed. The window has been missed. The opportunity has elapsed. And I think at this point, shalfey just wants to keep these players towards the bomb if he can. Try and get them to go up and smoke.
Quite the recovery. And as a reminder, first half was a similar story to the second. forZe streak so far ahead early on. 7-1 lead. Massive economic control. 16k in the bank on a couple of players. How on earth are K23 even in this map right now? The eco is going to be so low here that surely they make it up to 12. And after 2 landslide victories on opposing map picks, we get what we wanted, Mike. A close third map, and this surely is set to go the distance.
Such a close game at that. Knife's edge kind of game of Counter-Strike. Oh, that's one way to swing the knife. Obviously, this round we are expecting good things, but these pistols could get things out of hand very quickly. Raijin, 2 important frags there to keep this in whack. He was low. And this nearly got very bad. What did it almost take? Is there a gun down for KENSI? They're all in the tunnels, huh? That's not going to happen. No bomb planted, and now someone can babysit those rifles, eh?
Yeah. I'm sure he'll still go for it. Why not? Nothing to lose. Digits punched in. It's KENSI. A gun on the stairs? No, there isn't. An out to face, and even if he kills the first, second would have been the deal breaker. And there we have it. Round 26. We're guaranteed a minimum. What are we looking at here? 29 rounds or 28? I think 28 minimum. As we close this one out. No AWP on that CT side. zorte. He's been a little bit flat on Nuke and Dust2, let's be honest. But he's still surely their biggest weapon. And no AWP in play. That's a huge hit. Lacking a bit of utility. I'm feeling it, Mike. I'm feeling it. K23. Their game to lose right now.
Certainly is. Problem in. Taking the pit. Definitely the initiative on here. I mean, if this comes into a retake, right, the utility is so trash. What do you even do if you're forZe? Boost back in, 2 players to defend. Smoke thrown up as well. But it's the rotation for K23. They're sending 3 back over towards the tunnels. We've heaped praise on Norwi, talking about how very good he is, what an excellent anchor he's been, and he does pace the board for his team. 24 kills. Well, they need another big play from him because there's 3 players outside of the tunnels. They're coming on knocking. All of his teammates are focused on the safe play. But it's a ruse. It's a fake. It's distraction. Well, gotten that kill. That might tip him off here in a moment. There's the smoke on. Now he knows. Do they just want to go through? Norwi calling in the cavalry, trying to get this rotation. shalfey's got them hemmed in towards lower. And he's going to get an opportunity to execute. There's the bomb dropped. Not the second kill, but a lot of information. And zorte is there. It's all under 1 in xsepower, and he's completely out of position. 23 seconds. He can't even get back towards the bomb. This should turn into a save of the AWP, as forZe will hang on to their lead here. They will keep themselves in front. They will find such an important 14th round.
Zorte doesn't even need that AWP to perform. Hauls himself up the scoreboard, and what a time to start coming alive. And forZe, Norwi's leading the pack. Shalfey in second. Zorte is up there. This is how this team is set up to perform. KENSI and Jerry are always in the positions to fill out the roles. It's these three we expect to be bringing the numbers. So forZe working as intended. And this round is so big, isn't it? Look at the cash here for K23. If they lose this, the force buy is going to be shocking up against elimination point.
Long's been completely conceded, though. They've gained it. 3 players in, nothing to show here for forZe, and they've once again gone for a gamble. They like these. It's a tunnels push that they're going to go for. They might catch clax off guard. They will catch clax off guard, but now that's the signal in for K23. Hey, we can just go. They don't even commit the smokes. They just walk it. They make the read. They don't even smoke the cross, and they're okay. They've got the site. They've got the plane. Yes, they're a man down. It's going to be a retake for forZe. A control out towards long for xsepower. And 3 players to defend the site proper. This is a great set for K23. X5 can try and take the initiative. That could be dangerous. The utility's starting to rain in, trying to make him uncomfortable. He's dancing among the nades, among the mollies. It's so much pressure on, but Problem gets 2 important frags. It's falling apart, but Problem continues to hold the line. A 2-on-2. He's so low, but there's not one more HE for him. There's the bullet. xsepower has given up his spot. He's coming into the fight. He wants it. And has he got enough time? No. No. They've won the round. They've done enough. They have to back away. The seconds drip away on that clock. And K23 just bring it through.
Could not have been any closer. There can't have been more than a second more required there to go for that stick. Okay, I thought they were down and out. I thought it was over. I thought forZe would be up to 15 and the buy would be bad. But K23 can inspire to continue this one. Buy comes in. A couple of Galils, but aside from that, it's looking pretty good. Zorte does have the AWP out, though, this time. He's playing over towards long. Taking an early spawn. Shows himself on the flashbang. And we'll see if he repositions.
An opportunity for that opening kit pick. That would have been huge. Jerry's trying to get the heck out of dodge, trying to avoid getting run down here, and he's been able to reposition. He's got a lot of util as well to slow down this catwalk play. Question is, when does he choose to deploy it? One of the pin pulls come through from the nades, and Jerry's on the move. Can never keep this man still, so his very useful nades are now focused in towards mid. I say that, he goes back. Just can't get him to sit still, man. Minute on the clock. When's the salvo going to come out from K23? They got a lot to work with. But you'd imagine Jerry's just waiting with that counter molly. There it is. Does it land? It does. So it'll stop this up, and Jerry, of course, is going to go into it. So bold. Wants to play the smoke fade here. Oh, this is madness. They boost up right in front of him while he plays the smoke fade. Oh, wow. He's dropped down, though. He's dropped down, forced out by utility, and now his life lost. Nothing gained from that position. Zorte, all the pressure on, and oh, an unfortunate bit of movement robs his chance of an op shot. They've shifted off the site. They're a man down. Now 2 as well. It's falling apart here, Allen. The blocks are tumbling out of control. 1 big kill. They need another. They've got it. xsepower's down. They're into the fray now. They are committed to this fight. They are committed to making this happen. And X5 coming from CT. He could be huge. He could be huge. He spotted the last, and he's secured it as well.
Unthinkable. Unthinkable. And the cash is broken for forZe. This is utterly unexpected. Yesterday, forZe played Sprout. They had a lot of opportunities to win that series and keep it clean. One of the favorites likely to actually win this qualifier. Certainly heavy favorites over K23. This team has been in total flux, Mike. Lost their 2 best players. We're not sure what's going on with Neelan. World rankings tumbling, tournament invites far and few between. They come in through the open qualifiers, and they are taking it to forZe. This would be a devastating loss, especially considering how far ahead they've been at times here on Dust2.
It would be brutal. It would be indeed. This round, there's going to be little to nothing they can do about it. Pistols, some nades. Shalfey's just been stabbed by his teammate. That always makes it a little easier. Nades in. Never mind, those weren't nades. I don't know where the HEs went. They vaporized into air, but damage still done. Zorte had an opportunity there. That opportunity is missed. Now they know the pistols are in their midst, and Jerry, what a peek! Oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Clax restores sanity. The mid presence has been erased. That bomb can be retrieved. That bomb can make its way towards a site. The next potential pratfall, though, will be Norwi. Tucked behind the car. Trying to play the long con here. The problem's disposing of guns to make sure they can't get their hands on them.
You can feel the tension, though, can't you?
Hmm.
It might be a man advantage, but this is already considerably more scrappy than it needed to be. Jerry also is leaning in the right direction. There are Molotovs to clear car, but maybe they'll be dissuaded, not wanting to give away that information. A Molotov here would seal the round. Yet to be thrown. So many nades. And they haven't thrown it just yet. Peeks up. Does Norwi? Can't connect. That was the moment. Jerry's so far off. This is going to be 15. K23 set to secure map, match, series points and send forZe home.
One more all they'll need. Jerry might as well attempt this. I think he's looking for a gun, but as we know, the guns are not close at hand. Checking the bushes. Where'd they throw him? Can I grab him? Can I? How long are my arms? How long is the E key? Nothing available. Poor Jerry. No scraps to pick through. Jerry is sent into the next round with a Deeg and a single Molotov. K23. The battle back. The comeback. 7-1 down at one point. Looked to be completely battered.
Terrorists win.
And a chance now to seal the deal, to move on. To survive here. A match with Entropic is the reward for whoever clears it here. It's not exactly an appetizing prospect.
Real scary. And after Jerry called such an excellent first half, this mouse has fallen into the trap of K23. They're cats, and they can smell blood on the server. xsepower can't connect. 4 towards long for forZe. Clearly feeling that long has been a problem. They lock that down. They've had to cede other areas of map control. Short is taken as Jerry just about sneaks back across.
No one wants to be the first. No one wants to be the first casualty here. The first pick that could absolutely swing this all-important round. forZe team that's normally so dynamic, so on the move, are stock still as statues. K23 will have to make the first foray. In towards A, they're going to go. That's where the util is pointed, and there's precious little on the forZe side to slow them down. May just be a feint. There's no commitment just yet. They wanted to see how far in they could go unchecked, but here's the rotation. They've got a player through the mid doors, and their sights are set on B. There's the split. There's the pressure on. It's going to be Shalfey, and it's going to be Jerry, who have to hold this at bay. Shalfey finds the first. There's a second as well. This mid pincer done. The Molotov effective. Jerry is doing it. It's happening. X5 and xsepower. The two X's looking to X out forZe in this qualifier, but they could do no such thing. Oh, onto the upper, and he's down for the count. KENSI brings it to overtime. We're getting more here.
I'll keep your picture in my room, 'cause it gets me in the mood. You still live rent free in my head. You got me so confused. My mind is full of you. Still want you in my room. Don't wanna get rid of you. On my mind, but I am up too late. You got me so confused. My head is full of you. You keep slipping away. I learned the hard way. But something's gotta stay. Don't let it go to waste. Do you remember all of the long nights, warm in my bed, nightfall to sunrise? That's what you said. You held me so tight each time.
Okay, more Counter-Strike needed to determine the difference between these two teams, forZe and K23. Two blowouts in the first maps, and then as close can be in the third. Either one able to close it out.
Ho ho!
All right,
xsepower. He's ready to play.
out through mid. Oh, that's a catch on the next. zorte not expecting it to be so quick, and it's K23 coming out dynamic in this one, Alan.
Up the pace. zorte just trying to recover after that initial frag. Doesn't work out. B split on the cards. Of course, being overtime, 12 and a half, isn't it? Here in ESL. So there's no reason really to save. They're still going to go for this one. Norwi under unbelievable pressure. Tags up the second. Can't quite readjust. Did a lot of work, but I don't think it's going to be enough. And this is the insurance policy. Problem in mid. How do you deal with him? How do you deal with him, Jerry? 2v2 out of nowhere? Are they going to go for this?
I mean, they've got to now, right? Time is still viable. Interesting that Jerry's gone to eat it. That makes it a little trickier, and the Molotovs certainly will slow him, but it's about KENSI coming from the tunnels. Can they pull xsepower off this angle? That's what you need to have happen. And okay, all right, xsepower going on right there with that. Don't know that this one's going to happen. Jerry doesn't fancy it. Seems like he's going to back away with that AWP. And doesn't really matter, so he will drop, but that's fine. K23 are on the board.
Good start. Good start. Picking up where they left off. Reminder, that was a 9-6 T-side from K23. And no pistol rounds for them. So that was a lot of work on the guns. And what's going on here? Raijin's board an AWP. Does he have a good spawn? Double AWP peeking down mid at the start. This is wild. No opportunities. Presumably Raijin's got an AK on the ground. This double AWP T side is hard to pull off.
There's the peek, there's the check. K23 down a man, and here's the swing from Jerry, but this goes against them, and Raijin has flipped it all on its head. Now it's just good money after bad. Norwi trying to chase this all in an instant. This round unravels for forZe, and they've got nothing to really show for it. The first pick, good. The attempt to chase afterwards, less good afterwards. Not so good.
Not indeed. Not indeed. forZe thanking their lucky stars that we're not still on 10k here, because this buy would be abysmal. Still just able to sneak out the double AWPs. But it is going to consign Jerry to just the deagle. They have to find this round, Mike. They have to find it. 3 in a row would be too much. Too much to bring back.
One would assume. One would think. Certainly. Tough for them on the CT side. They desperately need one to work out here. Oh, there we go. xsepower playing the tracers. Waiting for the right moment, and he will strike once more. Coming alive here as we've hit overtime. Making that op really keenly felt. What are they going to do now? How does forZe adjust? They've got the heavy lean over towards A, but it's going to drag Jerry back in towards mid. He's got utility. Maybe he doesn't have the gun, but he does have the util.
So Zorte gives up that ground. What's his compatriot in Shalfey, secondary AWPer, claims the tunnels. The scary part is for forZe, they're so nervous about long. They are so nervous that players could have crept up, and they don't have short either. They need to double down and commit into one of these directions, because a split would be devastating with this sort of setup. Fortunately for them, it doesn't look like there's going to be a short player. Long is taken, corner smoke dropped, to allow player into pit. Molly's onto car. This is composed from K23. A totally different story to T-side Mirage. Peeking out his xsepower. Legged for his trouble. Zorte still there with a lot of work to do.
Norwi, this nade could be huge. Oh, that's good chunky damage. They need to capitalize, though. There's a couple. Jerry making it happen with the deagle. Zorte with a slightly larger gun. They can attack the box, but he's still cool, calm, and collected. The trades are in. It's all onto xsepower now, and he's not got the time. He cannot win this round. It's over. forZe put one on the board. And now they'll shift over to the attack.
Important. So important. And it looks at times like K23 would sail to that 3-0 lead. But still the advantage. I know in regulation, we were T-side leaning. But fundamentally, Dust2 should be CT-sided. K23 a massive opportunity to pull off what has to be the biggest upset of the qualifier so far. 2 rounds away. And with Raijin and X5 playing like this, you'd be hard-pressed to deny them.
Molotov through the doors. Ooh, there's the check. space they've got towards Catwalk. It's a pretty rough setup, right? You're gonna have to be good on it. That shot's missed. That might be the opportunity. No, xsepower's doing it with the pistol. Never mind. Both ops out of play. A third to follow as well. It's a catastrophe for K23. Their defense shattered like a sledgehammer just went through it. Now this bomb down. That sledgehammer's name? It's Jerry.
What a response. Coming out the gates. Round to the lesser, work to do. And they're so aggressive, so proactive. Not looking fearful at all. And this is what we didn't see from forZe at the end of regulation. Still hunting these guns. It's not going to really be of any consequence given the finances on 12.5. X5. Interesting position, but I don't think he's going to live for long. Makes it free. Traded in the end, so he's going to hit the deck. 17 all then. First two maps, as we mentioned, what was it combined? 39 rounds?
Something like
32 that would have been the minimum. Could not have been any more dominant, the first two. And here we are. 35 rounds in, 17 apiece. This is Counter-Strike.
This is Counter-Strike. Also, X5, yes, those kills didn't actually matter, but they did get him to the first 30 bomb of the server. And in that sense, I think he's really winning today. xsepower wants to make things happen himself. Is making it happen here. Love to see the initiative taken by the AWP. Raijin down, though, so that's the second out of play. Still, though, he did find one before dropping. They've got to be careful here. Can't give another chance to xsepower. They know where they've got him sectioned off. He had to retreat over towards B, so they'll take the hit towards A. X5 waiting in defense. Needs to be good. He's not got any support. He's on a bit of an island. Clax is all the way out towards long, so he can't help him quickly. This util will attempt to slow it, but they're not giving him anything. If forZe just hit, it really is all going to be on X5. Here comes the play, here comes the util, here comes the execution. What's he got to slow this? Nothing. He's even out of nades. It's just about the gun. It's just about the rifle and what he can make happen with it. KENSI doesn't check him first. Wary of the long play. This bomb will go down, but X5 has done what he needed. He got his kill, he got one more. He's making it all happen here. It's all just down to Norwi, and that's not going to be enough. Another map point, another series point here for forZe. Sorry, for K23, and it's all due to X5.
A monstrous retake. Monstrous. And I'll iterate it again. K23 should never be in this series after Mirage. Look at these two teams on paper. One of them established good international results, plenty of tournaments. The other tumbling down the rankings. Roster all over the place. Players changed left, right, and center, losing their best two over to outsiders. And they're one round away, Mike. This has to be the biggest upset if they pull it off. Last time out used. And I guess it had to be. Pressure is enormous on forZe right now. Can you even imagine what's going through their minds?
I cannot. The opportunities they've had, the chances they've had to close things out. And now one more round required of them. Ay, ay, ay. Does feel like the engine's just come up a bit short, but it's been some of these madcap rounds on the T side where they really did make their rounds count in the first half. What do they do with it here? So looking for a fight immediately at HE just to obscure the vision of the Opera on the other side. So an interesting commitment of the utility for that. There's going to be 3 players in towards lower. Potentially a punish play on the cards for the players through the doors. Be tough to do with Raijin and xsepower here.
They missed the Xbox smoke, so it's going to delay the default a tad.
Oof.
They need to drop a hinge smoke to speed this one up again. Jerry is between a rock and a hard place. Into the doors and he's peeking. He's peeking. He is a lucky boy. He survived that one. Head up, whack-a-mole. 1-for-1 trade in the end. But this short fight is all important, and clax is clapping them out. 4-on-3. They are so close to pulling this off.
They are so close indeed. And look at this. The players are completely isolated for forZe. It's just going to be down to the individuals. Shalfey is just trying to work his way on towards B, but Problem's stuck in the corner. Shalfey's looking for it. Shalfey's ready for it. And he's got the duel, and he's got the sight with it. The numbers even. Raijin chasing in towards lower. He's found the bomb. This is the problem with the isolated plays. If you drop that bomb in the wrong place, recovering it is a nightmare. And there's no time. It's 35 seconds, so Shalfey has to go forward for the fight. He's down and out. Norwi's not even in the right zip code at this point. 30 seconds, and he's got to just sprint onto that C4 with 3 players still to fight. It's all coming apart here. It is vaporizing the atmosphere, and that might just be the last shot. 1 HP. It's over. A P250 bullet to end it all. K23 have done it. They got annihilated on map number 1. Brutalized on Mirage. They battled back with a nuke of their own, and then a comeback here on Dust2. This has been a gutsy series, a gritty series, but somehow K23 are the ones standing triumphant.
And what amazing composure. There's so many young players on this team. We're really only looking